All right, let's unpack this. You ever feel like you're just swimming in information, constantly taking stuff in, but maybe not really growing?
Yeah, like you're on a treadmill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, how do we actually cut through all that noise? How do we develop ourselves, personally and professionally without feeling totally overwhelmed?
Well, that's kind of the whole idea behind doing a deep dive. Right?
Right. We take a focused look at some carefully chosen sources. The goal is to pull out the really valuable stuff and, well, do it quickly.
Think of it as your shortcut. We do the legwork, the sifting, so you get straight to the insights.
And today we're diving deep into something that's, let's face it, everywhere. Artificial intelligence, AI.
Yeah, lots of buzz around that.
But we're not really talking about, sci-fi futures here. Our mission for this deep dive is to get practical. How can AI actually play a transformative role in your personal and professional development? We've looked at a whole range of things, blog posts, company websites, even some research articles, all focused on how AI can genuinely help you learn, grow, achieve your goals, just more effectively.
Yeah, the aim is to cut through the hype, pinpoint the real, tangible ways AI is being used now and, where it seems to be heading, how it can enhance learning, productivity, well-being, career growth. The whole package, really.
Okay, so let's jump right in. One of the big promises of AI, it seems, is making learning and growth more personal. It's not just one-size-fits-all advice anymore, is it?
Absolutely not. And what's really interesting here is how AI can almost act like a really keen observer. It watches your habits, figures out your preferences.
Okay.
One of the sources, Immerse Education, mentioned this. AI algorithms, which are basically the instructions AI uses to analyze data and make choices. They can look at your data and suggest goals that are actually tailored to you. Goals aligned with what genuinely brings you satisfaction.
So it's less generic self-help, more
Yeah.
finding what you value. That feels like a big shift.
It is. It's about charting a path that's more fulfilling for the individual.
And then there's this idea of adaptive learning. What's that about?
Yes. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. The Rand Corporation research, which Immerse Education also highlighted, really shows the power here.
Okay.
AI systems can figure out your current skill level, how fast you're picking things up, and then it adjusts the learning materials, the challenges to match you. It's like having this super attentive tutor constantly fine-tuning the lesson.
So it keeps you in that sweet spot. Not too easy, not too hard.
Exactly. Keeps you in that prime learning zone. And it's not just about making things easier or harder.
Yeah.
The real insight, I think, is that AI can spot misconceptions you might have
Oh, interesting.
and target those specifically. That can speed up learning in ways traditional linear approaches often miss.
So the learning content actually changes with you. That makes a lot of sense. You're not stuck going over stuff you already know or banging your head against concepts you're not ready for.
Precisely. And Immerse Education gave a great example. Habitica.
Habitica.
What's that? It's an app. It basically turns goal setting and achievement into a game. It uses AI to track how you're doing and then tailors the challenges you face in the game.
Wait, a game? Seriously?
Yeah. So you're literally gamifying your personal improvement, which, can be incredibly motivating for some people.
Huh. I like that. It's not just dry content, it's interactive, keeps you hooked. Okay, what about the more personal, introspective side? I saw something about AI and journaling.
Yes. This is a really compelling area. Mine, Sarah, is a great example. It's an AI-powered journal.
Okay, how does that work?
Well, what's fascinating is how it uses AI to do emotional analysis of what you write. As you type your thoughts, it can help identify recurring themes, maybe even uncover the emotions underneath.
Wow.
And they also have this chatbot feature. You can actually interact with your journal entries, ask questions, explore ideas. It's aimed at deeper self-discovery.
That sounds incredibly powerful for self-awareness, and AI helping you spot patterns in your own thinking. That could really kickstart some growth.
Definitely. And they emphasize data privacy and encryption, too, which is important.
Crucial. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. That feeling of being overwhelmed. Tasks, emails, just information overload. How can AI help us get a better handle on, productivity and time management?
Right. This is where AI offers some super practical help.
Yeah.
An article from the Oregon State Bar really dug into this. They talked about an AI-powered time audit and plan.
A time audit, like tracking where your hours go.
Exactly. Traditionally, you track your time, categorize activities, look for wasted time. It can be tedious.
Yeah, I've tried. It's a lot.
But AI can supercharge this. Tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, you can feed them your time logs, and the AI analyzes it all, pinpoints exactly where your time is going, and gives you data-driven suggestions for improvement.
Whoa. So instead of me squinting at a spreadsheet for hours.
Right. The AI does the heavy lifting, and it can spot patterns you might completely miss, things you're maybe unaware of about your own habits.
That's cool. What kind of suggestions does it make?
Well, the article gave a sample AI report. It had
Mm.
recommendations for optimizing your morning routine, identifying time sinks like, endless social media scrolling or streaming.
Guilty.
Ah, yeah. And practical advice on maximizing productivity using techniques like batching similar tasks together or time blocking, maybe even using the Pomodoro technique for focused work bursts.
Okay, batching Pomodoro. I've heard of those.
Yeah, and the report even touched on optimizing sleep, suggested a potential daily structure.
Yeah.
And crucially, it stressed that this shouldn't be a one-off. You should do these audits regularly.
Right. Keep refining. Okay, that sounds like a serious upgrade for personal productivity.
hmm
What about the email monster? That endless inbox. That's a huge time drain for so many of you listening, I bet.
Oh, absolutely. The Oregon State Bar article hit on this too. AI can help in several ways. Imagine AI summarizing those super long email threads.
Oh, please. That would be amazing.
Right. Or drafty responses, even creating templates for common replies.
Yeah.
Prioritizing your inbox based on urgency, pulling out deadlines automatically.
Okay, stop. I'm sold.
Huh. And just generally reducing inbox clutter through sorting. They mentioned Microsoft Copilot within Outlook,
Yeah.
specifically having these kinds of features.
Copilot. Okay, so the tools are getting integrated right into where we work.
Exactly. Though they do advise being mindful of data security, suggesting staying within trusted platforms like the Microsoft 365 environment when possible.
Good point. Okay, email sorted. What about people like me who still like to scribble notes by hand sometimes? Is AI leaving us behind?
Not at all. The article actually mentioned this. AI can process handwritten notes now.
Really? Yeah.
Tools like Perplexity, ChatGPT, Copilot, you can essentially feed them a picture of your notes. They can transcribe the handwriting into text.
No way.
Yeah, and even help create task lists from those scribbles. Useful for both personal stuff and work, again, keeping data security in mind for work contexts.
That's fantastic. So digital or analog, AI can help boost productivity. Okay, let's talk about something equally vital, our well-being, mental health.
Yeah.
How's AI fitting in there?
It's a really interesting and fast-moving space. Immerse Education pointed out how AI chatbots using natural language processing, that's the AI that understands human language,
Yeah.
can offer short-term mental health support.
Short-term support, like what?
Providing coping strategies, maybe guiding you through mindfulness exercises, sort of like an immediate, accessible resource when you need a little support.
Like a digital companion for those tougher moments.
Kinda, yeah. But, and this is really important, we need realistic expectations.
Okay.
As Immerse Education stressed, these AI tools are not replacements for human therapists, especially not for complex emotional issues.
Right, that's a critical distinction. AI is a supplement, maybe, but not a substitute for real human connection and expertise in mental health.
Exactly. It enhances convenience, but doesn't replace that deeper relationship.
Got it. But I also saw something about AI and like physical well-being,
Yeah.
fitness and diet.
Yes, that too. Immerse Education explained how AI can analyze your personal health, data activity levels, diet, maybe sleep patterns from wearables,
Okay.
to create tailored fitness and diet plans. Plans that fit your specific goals and any restrictions you might have. And it can adapt these recommendations over time as you progress or your data changes.
So it's like a dynamic personal trainer and nutritionist in your pocket.
In a sense, yeah. And this extends to the workplace, too. The EJet.com article discussed AI in employee wellness programs.
How does that work? Beyond individual plans.
Well, organizations can use AI to give personalized health recommendations based on data from wearables, employee surveys, things like that.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting is the potential for predictive analytics.
Predictive, like predicting health issues.
Potentially, yes. AI could monitor various data points, anonymized, of course. You'd hope to identify employees who might be at higher risk for certain conditions, maybe diabetes or even burnout, allowing for earlier intervention or support.
Wow, that's proactive, moving beyond just reacting to problems.
Precisely. The article gave examples like AI detecting signs of elevated stress in real time and maybe suggesting a quick break or a relaxation exercise. It also mentioned the future potential, connecting with the Internet of Things, smart devices for even richer wellness data, though, of course, there are big challenges here.
Like what? Privacy?
Definitely privacy. And ethical considerations like potential bias in the algorithms, those need careful handling.
Absolutely crucial points. Okay, this is fascinating. Let's pivot now to career development. That's huge for so many people. How is AI changing how we think about growing in our jobs? For you listening, imagine an AI helping map out your next career move.
Yeah, career development programs are becoming so important. The Disco article really highlighted this. They benefit employees, obviously, giving purpose and growth,
Hmm,
but also employers, helping them build a skilled, engaged workforce and improve retention. A win-win.
makes sense. So how are these programs usually structured?
Typically, they involve identifying who participates, managers helping co-create development plans, finding mentors, and often using a modern learning management system, or LMS, to track progress.
Okay, a structured approach. Where does AI come into play here?
All over the place, really. Disco categorized the AI tools quite neatly. There are tools for upskilling and reskilling, for skills assessment, for personalized learning paths,
Okay.
also for talent matching, like finding internal job opportunities, plus coaching and mentoring platforms, and even tools for performance monitoring and feedback.
Wow, that covers a lot of ground. Can you give us some examples? What are some actual tools people might encounter?
Sure. So for upskilling and reskilling, Disco mentioned their own platform, which uses AI and focuses on social learning, and also Pluralsight, which is strong for tech skills and hands-on learning. They even noted Disco has a free trial and a starting price.
Good to know. What about assessing skills?
For skills assessment, they highlighted iMocha, which uses AI for technical, soft, and other skills, and Glider AI, which uses more real-world simulations. iMocha apparently lists the starting price too.
Okay. And personalized learning.
There they mentioned LinkedIn Learning, which uses AI to suggest courses relevant to your career goals, and Coursera for Business, known for professional certifications and adaptable learning.
Right. Big names there. Talent matching. Finding internal roles.
Yep. For talent matching and internal mobility, Gloat creates an internal marketplace, and Eightfold AI uses AI for intelligent matching, focusing also on diversity.
Interesting. Coaching. Mentoring.
For coaching and mentoring, CoachHub offers personalized digital coaching, while BetterUp focuses more on leadership development and resilience.
Okay. And finally, performance feedback.
Yeah, for performance monitoring and feedback, BetterWork supports continuous performance management, and Lena AI uses AI for intelligent feedback automation, often through chatbots. Lena AI also offers a free trial.
It really sounds like there's an AI tool emerging for almost every step of career growth, providing personalized guidance, helping identify strengths, weaknesses, even improving communication skills. I think I saw something about AI career path generators too.
Yeah, those tools aim to look at your skills and interests and then suggest potential career paths, maybe even outlining the steps needed to get there.
This all sounds incredibly promising, but we kind of touched on this earlier. We need to be careful, right? Not just jump in without thinking about the downsides.
Absolutely. That Immerse Education article made a really crucial point. AI is a powerful tool. It offers convenience, but it cannot replace the depth and nuance of human relationships or expert advice.
Right. It's not a magic bullet.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance. Leveraging AI's power, sure, but still valuing human connection, critical thinking, our own judgment.
And the ethical side, too. Data privacy is huge here.
Huge. And transparency in how the algorithms work, ensuring user autonomy that you stay in control, and making sure any tracking is based on clear consent. Both the Growth Experts Hub and ejed.com sources stress these points.
Okay, so summing this all up, we've seen AI making real waves in personal and professional development, from personalized learning
And boosting productivity?
to supporting well-being and guiding career paths. The big themes seem to be, well, personalization and efficiency, right?
Definitely. AI offers some genuinely exciting benefits, those real aha moments of insight sometimes. But it's just so important we approach these tools thoughtfully. We need to understand their limitations.
So as you listening think about maybe using some of these AI tools in your own life or career, remember, they're powerful aids, but they should probably complement, not replace, human interaction and maybe more traditional ways of growing.
Well said. Yeah. They could be game changers for boosting certain areas, though.
For sure. Okay, so here's a final thought to leave you with. With AI becoming so much more integrated into our daily routines, how might this fundamentally change how we even understand personal growth? What does it mean for human potential when we have these smart tools helping us along?
That's a deep question.
Yeah. What new questions does this raise for you about your own development journey and maybe the future of work, the future of life itself? Something to chew on.